You know, I get the messages every day from the single mothers, the baby mamas, the ones who have a problem with my commentary. I'm talking about the ones who have a problem with anybody telling the truth about what they're doing. And I always ask this question: what are the benefits for a man, for him to accept the responsibility of being a stepdad? And this single mom right here, she had a lot to say about this. She was responding to one of the people in her comments, and this man straight up asked her, how does raising and investing in your ex-kids benefit me? What do I gain from working hard and cashing out on another man's kids? So we're going to go ahead and get into her response. But before we do that, make sure you go ahead and smash that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to this channel. You're going to also want to hit that notification bell so that you're notified whenever I drop a new video here, right? So let's go ahead and get into it.
This is the ignorant mentality that I speak about. This type of man is a low value man. He has no purpose, nor does he know who God created him to be.
Lady, just stop it. You're just mad that God didn't create him to be a sucker and your kid's stepdaddy. Right out of the gate, she's coming with the sign language, calling him ignorant for asking a really good question, then calls him a low value man, all because he's asking her to tell him why he should work hard, make money, build a good life, just to invest in another man's kids. But let's see if she has a good answer for us.
To make a comment to say, how does it benefit you to raise somebody else's kid? How does it benefit for you to cash someone else's kid? Shows that you have no emotional intelligence. You have no intellect, okay? Because see, the reality of it is, we're all God's creatures. If you are in love with someone, you embrace their children as if they're yours, okay? And the reason you would do that, if you have an understanding of what you believe and how you believe it, God takes us and he makes us his own, right? So when he actually died on the cross, the gospel was given to the Jews, and yet the Jews did not care about the Gentiles, and he grafted us in, the Gentiles, which it didn't belong to us, but he grafted us in. We're now considered his. We're not considered stepchildren. So when you carry a mentality as ignorant as cashing out somebody else's kid, it shows that you lack any integrity, any morality. It shows that you're self-centered and possibly narcissistic. It shows many different things. And
I can see already why she's single. Just because they don't wear a weave or they go to church, it doesn't mean that they're not disciplinary problems. Women like this are combative and they don't bring peace to a home, only chaos. Total chaos. These personality traits, communication, usually play a large factor in the failure of their relationships. But they will never admit what they did to contribute to the breakdown. I just don't know what man will want to come home to this woman and her kids. All I see is a lot of headaches. She basically said this man was not smart and he had no morals, all because he's not interested in being a stepdad. But why don't they question the intellect and the morals of the women who choose to have babies out of wedlock? Who choose the wrong man to have babies with, who choose to run after men who don't want them and think that having a baby with them is going to fix it all. Ladies, shaming and insulting men is not going to get them to agree to bad deals like this, and attempting to guilt them into it by using the Bible is also not going to work. They always use God to justify their behavior and their failures. They make poor decisions in life, so they get poor results, and then try to get another man to be satisfied with being a cleanup man to come and clean up their mess. And another thing, she called him self-centered, but they're actually the selfish ones. It costs a lot of money to raise a kid, and you want a man to allocate his resources to a liability that's really not his responsibility. And she's saying because the Bible said so. Funny how the Bible really says a lot about what they should be doing and how they should be moving in life, and they ignore all of that. That's why we have no order now. Sounds no different from these pastors pimping out the congregation, because God said they should have a fancy car or a jet. So, the church, they got to make sure they take care of pastor and get pastor that jet. It's the same concept here.
This is why so many families are broken, and especially in the Black community. Let's talk about that. This is why our community continues to lack. So when you go out there in the streets and you see somebody disrespecting the older person, you see a young youth maybe going wayward, do you not say to yourself, maybe I should say something to that young blood right there? Let me say, hey dude, that's not the right way to go. We can do better. and take somebody under your wing and mentor them. See, when you start thinking about others beyond yourself, you make different choices, you grow. But that mentality that you mentioned right there is the reason why, all these celebrities still got women popping their butts on the videos, degrading themselves. They all about the money and the cash and the power and all these bling, 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 because y'all stupid and ignorant. I hate to say that, but that's what the Bible calls it, stupid and ignorant and foolish.
No, they're not just popping it on the music videos. They're popping it on Instagram. They're popping it on TikTok. They're popping it on OnlyFans. And they're even doing all the popping by themselves, no man around. It's Meg Thee Stallion talking about Hot Girl Summer, City Girls, Cardi B. These are women doing this stuff to themselves. And by the way, yes, families are broken, but not because men don't want to be a stepdad to your kids. Families are broken because women are out of order. Too many modern women don't listen to anybody. They have severe behavior and emotional issues. They can't get along with any man, yet they can't stop having babies. They have babies, end up raising them alone, and then they raise kids that also don't understand respect and order. And then their kids grow up, they become the city girls and the inmates in the prison. Majority of the men in prison, they come from homes led by single mothers. They don't know how to be cooperative or submissive, have no clue what it really looks like. But they say they'll figure it out if the man is making at least $100,000 per year. The baby mama, single mothers, whatever you want to call them, they stay in family court with their baby daddies and their ex-husbands. So the resources that would be going towards the whole family, they are split and drained there, with judges like the city girl judge here in Georgia getting a percentage off your filing fees. So that's a huge reason why Black people don't have anything and the community is messed up. But they don't want to hear that though. People like this lady and Boyce Watkins, they want to blame the community being messed up on men who don't want to take care of another man's kids. That man should get with a childless woman who is willing to cooperate, get on his program and do what she's supposed to do as a woman. Everyone play their position, keep the family together, and build a legacy for their kids they have together. That's how you do it. But all this baby mama babble, I'm actually sick of it. This lady is divorced with 4 kids. And it's so crazy to me how women, they fail in their relationships, they have broken families, but they love going around telling all the other women what to do, like they should lead all the women and represent us. What they really need to do is sit down in the front of the class and take notes from the women who made better choices than them, the ones who actually have the results.
And until you start learning who you are and valuing yourself, and you'll start valuing and seeing other people and start wanting to build them up. How about that? You would never get a woman like me. And I'm a single mom. And I tell you what, best believe, I have people in my DMs every single day. Not because just the way I look, but honey, I have integrity, I have morality. I carry myself in such a manner that whoever I am with, I am going to make them look good as well as they should make.
Oh man, this is crazy. You heard that? Men need to sign up to build single mothers up and take care of their kids. And you will never get a woman like her. I just can't. It's funny we saw what happened when single mothers led Black households over the last few decades. And now the same class of women, you have them leading all the conversations about relationships and what we need to do to fix the broken homes that people like them wrecked. Women and men are condoning this, listening to them on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. They are failures, and a lot of them giving bad information to hundreds of thousands of people. Haven't they done enough damage already? I just don't get it. It's apparent we haven't learned our lesson yet. I really believe men need to take control of these conversations, and they should be supported by the wives of the community, not the baby mamas, who, by the way, they don't care at all about the younger women, the ones who haven't messed up their lives yet and still have opportunities, the most desirable women in the group. No, they don't care about them because they are still in competition with these women. They're competing for the same men. Shout out to Josiah X, my sister Kennedy L, Dark Power, and Sanders. Thank you all for supporting this channel. Want to see more content like this? You can support the channel as well. The Cash App link is below in the description. Ladies, fellas, want a balance analysis? Want the truth from the perspective of a woman? Well, you're going to want to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to like and share.